Hey, what up? EverPrice has added an event already, and I wanted to go over it. So let's do that. So it's called the Beach Festival Fun event. First thing you're gonna notice are there some missions right here. There's dailies and just the general event missions. So make sure you are doing that daily. And keep an eye on this for any time you clear some missions. You get some free rewards. There's a lot of good stuff in here, so check it out. There is an exchange shop down in the bottom right here, where you can also get a lot of good rewards. There's a free 5-star weapon for Zach. It has an HP substat as a backup weapon for an R ability, which is not great, but it's awesome for a free weapon. And you're gonna get the ability to get a bunch of free overboosts for it as well. And I already purchased it, but there's an outfit for him as well in here. So there's a lot of good stuff that you're gonna be able to farm throughout the course of the event. The event lasts until September 28th, so you're gonna have plenty of time to do that. Now, going up and into the actual meat of the event here, you can see that it has both solo and co-op. So don't worry about wasting stamina on the event. You're still going to be able to farm out co-op within the event. You're going to get a bunch of the similar rewards that you get in the regular co-op stages. You're going to get co-op coins that you can still spend in the normal co-op shop, as well as you're going to get a bunch of drops for the event. And you'll see here at the last stage of the co-op, the first clear, you're going to be able to get another one of Zach's weapons for a final overboost there. So that's something to shoot for throughout the course of the event, if you are powerful enough to do so. If not, don't worry about farming some of the lesser stages as usual. The stamina required and the reward drop amounts scale up as you go. So the people up here are just going to be able to get a little bit more drops, but it's going to cost them a bit more energy as well. So it doesn't really matter where you're farming. The only thing you're going to miss out on are these first clear rewards, which you do want to try to get by the end of the event. So don't worry about getting them at the start. You'll more than likely be powerful enough or be able to find help or a carry via a stream, or you have stronger friends that are whales, whatever, that'll be able to take you through to get the weapon here. Because you only have to clear it once, and the people that are strong enough to farm it can farm it, while as the rest of us can just still farm this and have just as good a time. Ideally, though, you're probably going to want to at least get to stage 3 to farm, so you can get that purple drop. But until then, don't feel bad about farming stage 2, because, hey, materials to upgrade weapons are good no matter what tier they are. As for the solo has quite a bit of stages, as well as its own storyline, which is kind of fun. I don't want to spoil the story for you, so I will leave that for you to discover yourself. If any of you have been following my previous videos, you know that my team is not very powerful, and I have not done any draws yet other than the tutorial. So this weapon from the event is actually going to be very nice to help power up my team and be able to push while also conserving a lot of my materials. You can see up here it's 31,000 gems now. I'm doing good. I still have all my tickets and stuff. You can see how far I made it into the event. I am struggling a little bit on this 37k, and there is one more stage after this, I believe. But I would also like to point out that I am almost 37k, so I think this is something that is absolutely doable for people that are trying to play completely free to play, and also using minimal builds, minimal resources, and stuff like that. But of course, if you're a normal free to play is probably using a lot of the resources is still much stronger than I am at this point, and you're probably going to have way less of a difficult time with this event as I am. So, as long as you're doing better than me in power, you should have no problem with this event. Ultimately, though, it is a lot of good stuff, and just like in the other co-op, you can see here, 0 stamina for the first clear on all of that, which is free rank XP. Can't go wrong there. Now, one other thing to notice is the event actually came with its own draw. So we did get a new draw, and I want to talk about the weapons and whether I think you should draw on this banner or not. So you can see that we have a beach-themed Tifa, and we have a beach-themed Red 13. Unfortunately, that menu cycles past their weapons a little quickly, so let's take a closer look here. Here's the outfit for Tifa. If that's something you're into, you can absolutely go for it. I'm not going to fault you for it. It looks pretty cool. I would definitely like to go for it myself. But I don't ultimately think this is the way that I want to build my Tifa. The weapon that she comes with on the banner, this puts her in a bit of a more of a healing role. As I've been saying with this game, it's set up quite differently than other games, and each character can fill any type of team role that you try to build them for. So I don't think Tifa had a healing focused weapon before, but this would give her an AoE heal. So if you think that you might want to build your Tifa as a healer, this setup will be for you. While I don't think many people are building their Tifa towards healing, if they are, or if they weren't, they're probably not going to switch at this point. So I ultimately don't think that weapon is that great, or something you definitely need to pull for. But is it a bad addition to your lineup if you get it? Absolutely not, because AoE healing is always a good thing. Red 13, on the other hand, I think his weapon is a lot better. So what this does is he does a 320% physical non-elemental damage hit. He also reduces thunder resist on the enemy. And he also applies regen to himself for a short period. There's a whole lot going on this weapon, and ultimately I just think it's really cool, and this would be a great weapon for Red 13. While I do use both of these characters in my main team, unfortunately, neither of these weapons really fits what I'm building them for. I don't focus on a lightning team, and I don't ultimately think that Thunder Resist down is a huge selling point for me. While I do like the attack mixed with the regen, I plan to make Red 13 my healer, and I was going to focus on more, buffs. Defensive buffs, healing centric options for Red 13 rather than an actual attack. So I do think that's a really awesome weapon, and that is definitely the prize on this banner, in my opinion. You could have a completely different opinion if you think you want to build your Tifa for healing. Because again, any character can fill any role that you build them for in this game, and that's why they're going to end up having a large variety of weapons, and you're going to see a lot of overlap between characters having, AoE heals, and different AoE thunder builds, or different varying single target builds and whatnot. So I honestly think this banner is a massive pass, but I'm not going to fault anybody who wants to dip their toes into the water, pun intended, and I am not sorry about it. But I think that about wraps up the video for the event. I hope you all enjoy the event. It's pretty straightforward. I don't think I need to make a tutorial for how the fights work, but if anybody needs any help, as always, let me know in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I will talk to you guys. You will see me, maybe if I have my camera on by the end, you will see me in the next video. Peace. Enjoy the beach festival, y'all.